Okay, so I will start with the transfer. So I just moved the nook over by one position. I'll put the new colony right here, and then I'll start moving things over. The reason I'm starting with that one is that one's clean. It's got no evidence of any diseases, so I'll do that first. I've sterilized my hive tools, and so yeah, and my gloves have been sun-baked. So I have 2 sets of gloves, and I'll use one set for this one, and then I'll use the old set for the other 2 colonies, just to minimize cross-contamination or potential transfer of diseases. So what I'll do again, I'm going to take these frames in the top here. I'll put them in the second box. This bottom box I'm going to put in the bottom, and then I have I've got 6 frames there plus 1 foundation that I'll use to fill in the gap. So let's see, the nook is looking pretty good. Top box here, this is a foundation frame, nothing on it, but you can see the 5 frames here are fully engaged by bees. So what I'm going to do is, probably between this one and that one, I'm going to, wherever the brood nest is, I'm going to put basically some drawn comb to give the queen some space to lay. So I'm going to take this box and I'm going to move it to the side. So the thing I like about these nooks, so you can see this box here is full of bees. I'd use the lid plus this feeder, so the bees are contained, they've got plenty of ventilation while I work the bottom box. So it just helps manage flying bees and keeps things well managed. Starting to draw this out, which is good. Decent amount of bees. So I'm gonna put that in this position here. My stand is no longer level, so I need to bring my power bar to prop the center up. Okay, let's see a nice pollen frame with a bit of honey on the top. Not much for drone, which is good. And there's a little patch of brood starting right over here. So adding some, and there's eggs. Let's see. There's a few eggs on the opposite side here. So they will need some space. Not used to using that old style tool anymore. Okay, so let's see how they're doing. Again, some brood. They are looking for some space to lay. Another full-sided brood. Again, because I'll be gone for a while, I am looking for any loaded cells. So there were a couple of cells in the bottom here that I'll check out. Okay, all empty. There's another frame, so good. There's track. There's ridge. Another frame of brood. With larvae. normal. This is actually the first time I checked the bottom box. On this one also, some emerging bees, lots of pollen on the edges. It'll be expanding really soon, so it's important that I give them some space. Like I said, they should be good for at least 3 weeks without me. It is a first year colony, so the risk of swarming is low, especially with what I'm doing now. They'll go from being pretty tight to having plenty of space. Okay. Here has a bit more drone in the bottom, but everything's filled with brood, so yeah, doing really well. So the center hatched out, and now the queen's already laid it out, so it's fantabulous. So we'll just scrape the shoulders again and make it easier to fit more frames. I just throw it on the bottom there, and the bees might recycle it, so mostly propolis. So. Okay, and then we'll do one more, and then I'll rejig a couple of these frames. This looks like a honey frame with potentially let's look. Yeah, lots of space on this side, and this side here is a pollen frame. So I'll put one there. Okay, good. They're starting to draw that out. Nice new frame. Can't complain. Put that on the outside edge. Heavy frame. So it's a nice honey frame. Good. Pollen and eggs, and what looks like fairly mature cells. There's eggs, so I know the queen's in there, so I'm not too worried about it. A nice frame of brood. This is new. It's additional. So it's about a week and a half's worth of work, which is fantabulous. And there's the queen, and there's a nice pattern. So good queen. I'll just close her up, gentle. Perfect. Saw the queen, and there's lots of brood. I guess the unfortunate thing is I've only got deeps for these Hive IQ hives, so I don't have any mediums, so I don't have honey frames for this size colony. So I guess the debate is, do I put the feeder on and keep feeding them and get a monster colony, or do I add the third box with some basic whatchamacallit, just frames, but there's still space here, so they do have plenty of food. It's good. Is add foundation frame right here. Move this over. I'll just get on the straight foundation frame.